board at 5 o'clock for Singapore flight. It's 8:30 Monday morning and I've arrived at Klang station. Now I've got to find my backpacker, so I still... Okay, this is my backpacker stay in Singapore. I was sharing it with a family of 5, but unfortunately because there was the mother involved, she asked to move. I think she wanted to share with a guy, so I ended up winning because I've got the place all to myself. Okay, I've checked in my backpackers. Last time I'll ever stay in a backpackers too. My god, what a mess. At least it's cheap, I suppose. And now it's about 9:30. I'm just heading to Gardens by the Bay. Okay, I'm here. It's about 20 to 10. This is the famous hotel. The swimming pool on top. And the way it joins top. And we're at Gardens by the Bay. Here's another shot of this building, very famous building now. Hotel. 3 towers here joined together. Swimming pool up top with gardens, so I can get up there later. It's about 9:45 now. Thankfully there's a slight breeze, but it's typical humid Singapore weather. How people ever live here, I don't know. Some more modern buildings over here. Bright day for it. Very few people around too. It is Monday morning, so I assume they've all gone to work. And that's the famous big flowers that lit up at night time. Okay, I'm here. I'm about to go across this bridge. Go across the bridge, then there's various gardens. Dragon Garden, Heritage Garden, Dragonfly Lake, Golden Garden, Silver Garden, Children's Garden, Sun Pavilion, etc. So just about to go across that bridge there. Now looking from the Bay, Gardens of the Bay Hotel, from the bridge, looking down towards Ferris wheel, or the Golden Eye, and then across to the gardens, and in the background is a greenhouse. Part of this garden has been reclaimed and built up, made in gardens. These are the famous flowers that light up at night. Do all my touring today. It's a cloudy, overcast day tonight. At the moment, but it's about 85% humidity, sprinkling slightly into the lake, and it's probably about 28 degrees I suppose, but very high humidity. This is a little section of the Chinese garden, one of the many gardens in the Bay of Gardens. The interesting thing is that most of the exhibits here are free, so you actually enter the garden if you want to go into individual things like the dome, cost you money, not cheap once you go into one of those. It's about over $20, but the rest of the gardens like Botanical Park is actually only 7 years old. Amazing how much growth has occurred in 7 years. After no sleep on the plane and then not being able to check in the backpackers, I'm pretty buggered, but this should refresh me. Chicken and rice, triple cheese pizza and a very cold sugarcane drink. So it's time to leave this park. It's so humid, it's actually been sprinkling the whole time we've been here. Not very pleasant walking around. This is actually the palm grove. Obvious reasons. See a variety of palms in here. Next to the backpackers is a Malay restaurant. I'm thinking of you boys, so I had a Milo ice and a curry puff and some prawns and rice breakfast. Just leaving Singapore Changi Airport at 1:30 on Tuesday. Flying to Kuala Lumpur now. Arrived at KLIA 2 at 2:30. It's now about 10 to 3. Just in transit waiting for my flight to Hangzhou. Leaving at 5:20 this afternoon. So I've got about 2.5 hours to kill. Nearly 8:30 in the morning. It's Wednesday morning and heading down to Westlake. They said it's a bit far to walk, but anyway, we'll see. I'm not in a hurry. Just changed some money at the bank. Got 5.55 to the Australian dollar. At the airport they only offered me 5.2, so of course I knew I was being ripped off and rejected it. Luckily I had some money left over from the last trip. Hangzhou streets are wide just like in Beijing, and tree-lined avenues where you can ride between the trees, ride your bicycle. You can hire bikes and then drop them off at a station. This is one of the bike stations every couple of 100 metres. The only reason I'm not hiring a bike is because the initial cost, you have to pay about $20 to get your registration card, and then you could pay another $40 for a deposit, and then once you do that it's cheap, but it's a registration. There's a guy returning his bike. It's only $1 an hour, but it works out $20 though just to get your registration. One of the tree-lined bike avenues throughout the city, on both sides of the road. They take motorbikes and push bikes. Well, it seems I've now come to the start of Westlake, or just on the edge of it. Nice gardens here. And just over there is Westlake. You can see in the background through the trees there. This is the main attraction of Hangzhou. Well, I'm at Westlake, and it does have a certain feel about the place. Very relaxed. You can smell the salt, the water here. See the boats in the background, flying the lake. People going across the other side to a little island. I'll venture across there in a minute. I'm aboard like a little motorised golf cart. It's about $2. To ride, it takes 4 of these rides to get around, 4 sections. First section goes to Bukoda. So we're on our little golf cart on our way to Bukoda. Some Chinese dialogue in the background.
就这边呢，我们可以看到这边有一座功德坊进池，叫做乾王祠。这个乾王祠就是为了供奉吴越国的3世武王而所建造。看到这边有一座蓝瓦红柱的建筑，叫做翠光亭。在翠光亭的下方有一个码头，叫做御码头。 历代皇帝下江南渡船游西湖都是在此码头的，所以呢，御用的码头就得名为御码头了。 又名叫做
This thing even climbs up hills.
它始建于清乾隆8年，当时是在杭州的一所小学内被发现的，后来以地搬迁的方式搬到了这边来，供游人欣赏。植物界活化石的水杉树，水杉可以幸运身为植物界的活化石，它和恐龙是一个年代的，最高一株可以达到35米左右。现在就来到新南线景区的第2，所以呢就得名为罗马广场，它是一个后来的建筑。左手边可以看到这边蓝色的建筑是杭州的海景世纪。随倒塌，新塔于2000年至2002年的时都是可以用电梯上下的。相传白娘子就是被镇压在这一座雷峰塔下的。右手边这一条弯弯曲曲的桥，它就是新建后的长桥。杭州西湖有3怪之称：长桥不长，断桥不断和孤山不孤。相传当时梁山伯与祝英台在杭州的万松书院就读，于是
boats goes around and clean up the lake. So this is our little golf cart that we rode on, and that must be about the best $2 I ever spent on a trip like that. It's fabulous. Just got off a little golf cart and now we're going to see the pagoda. It takes 4 trips, as I said before, to go around West Lake. That was about 15 to 20 minutes for the first trip. One of the many beautiful buildings that you find around the perimeter of the lake. I'm back on the golf cart on my second leg of the journey. There's 4 legs to this journey, and I'm hanging off the back of the golf cart this time.
这层拉进老尾。在1090年的时候啊，就是民工修建西湖，用西湖的淤泥呢堆积而成的一条长堤，叫疏堤。来，当心车子后面不要看。是由南自北的方向。
There's a beautiful tree-lined boulevards they ride along Parabai and ride right around the lake. Apparently it takes a couple of hours to ride around the lake. Looks like they allow motor scooters around here because they're quiet and not motorbikes. That's why they got the electric golf carts. Past another attraction. Each leg we stop at a particular attraction. See here quite a few people in this area. I think this is where you take off for the boat rides. This has got to be the highlight of my tour. Better than Beijing Lake in Beijing. You see here water on both sides. Pagoda in the distance there. Much bigger than Beijing Lake. Far more interesting and very, very green. We're actually travelling on the main causeway across the lake. And of course they need bridges to let the water in and out of different sections of the lake. Just crossing one of the bridges. It's about the 4th one we've crossed. interesting thing is I've been here over an hour and yet to see a European tourist, plenty of Chinese tourists, but no European tourists, so this is an undiscovered area. What impresses me is how clean it all is. Hardly any rubbish I've seen at all. After being in Nepal, it's so filthy over there, in India, so pleasing to come to a clean area. There's no rubbish anywhere, plenty of rubbish bins, but no rubbish. So ends the second leg of my trip around the lake. As it says, it's the ticket office for the pleasure boats. One of the pleasure boats here, take you out in the lake. I did the Beju Park after about 10 minutes before we got a bit boring, so don't think I'll do it here. One of the many bridges across the causeway. And some of the lilies being enclosed here. Just the banks of the river, of the lake. Absolutely magnificent area. It's 11 o'clock, still having had breakfast. I'm inside this tea house overlooking the lake out the window there, and about to have some sweet and sour fish and rice and a coke. This section of the lake is called the Lotus Garden. Dates back to about 900 AD, so around 1300 years old. This impressive building is Yufei's temple. Dates back over 1,000 years, but was recently restored in 1961. The first KFC since I left home. Didn't see any KFCs in Nepal. No McDonald's in Nepal either. A couple doing their wedding photos in the lake here. The Lotus Garden in front here. Beautiful setting for it. Now on the third leg of my tour, another 10 yuan, which is under $2. And now we're going to the Broken Bridge, next stop. Just finished my third section of the lake. You can see how big it is. And right over the other side there, I've been on the little golf carts for over an hour, off and on. You can see in the distance there that the lake is very extensive. Now on the fourth leg, just going across the bridge. See more beautiful gardens. Just going back to where I started. Just indication of where I'm located. I've just walked back from West Lake. That's my hotel there. I'm on the 15th floor. And just looking towards the railway station in the distance there. It's the main train station for Hangzhou. And quite a nice looking building here. Nobody seems to take much notice of foreigners here.